Either of you own a parka?
A parka, what's up?
This is the Titan class H-345 cargo ship. One of Minocon's crashed over the new territories a few hours ago. You're about to hear the IPC ground control record of their last transmission.
Clear for final.
Estimated arrival, 12.32 minutes. Good, good. Steady she goes.
That's Captain Rogers.
Kaplan, you're drifting 2 degrees to port. Let's get her back in the window. Yes, sir. Kaplan, pull up. What the hell are you doing? X, take it up.
We're too low, I can't.
Kaplan, you're relieved of duty. X, I got the controls.
Oh no.
The H-345 crashed 2 minutes after that.
Crash of a cargo ship, that's an IPC or safety investigation, right?
Normally it would be. The last transmission from investigators on the scene was garbled. But 3 of the 6-man crew were found dead. And they weren't killed by the crash. They were murdered.
See my wool socks?
Yeah, they're in the dresser.
Dresser.
Third drawer on the left.
Maybe you could get Olin to come over.
No, I don't think so. I'll be fine. You know, maybe this will be good for us, a little time apart.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. So when will you be back?
Tomorrow night. All being well.
Okay, I won't wait up.
I'll see you.
Hey, stay warm, sweet boy.
I'm starting to see lights.
It is fortunate the ship's power plant survived the crash. The outside temperature is -40. Frosty.
You don't feel cold.
I feel it, David. I don't suffer from it.
Ship is remarkably intact.
The main core was damaged, but we got the auxiliary power going. Don't know how long it'll hold. Radio's been out of commission since we arrived, and it's getting worse because of the storm coming in.
When's it gonna hit?
Hours. We're watching it.
You know why they crashed?
Can't determine that. That's what you guys are here for, right? And I'll tell you one thing. If this is pilot error, I'm the Christmas fairy.
Who was first on the scene?
The Minocon people.
We want to talk to them.
Minocon doctor's got a temporary morgue set up inside. Here we are, gentlemen.
Detectives Farve and Hume from the CPB.
I'm Jill Evans, Minocon's MD.
Hey.
This is the captain.
What happened to his chest?
His heart was removed, literally ripped out of his chest.
What about the other 2?
The men from the load team. They also died violently, multiple wounds.
Is there a murder weapon?
Yes. We found this knife by the captain. From what I can see, they killed the captain and then killed each other.
Where are the other 3 survivors? The ship's manifest shows a crew of 6.
You don't need 6. I've seen 2 men run these ships. They might be big, but with inorganic cargo, it's all you really need.
Detective Hume, Detective Farve. This is Mr. Machado, Minocon's chief geologist.
What was the cargo, Mr. Machado?
The usual. Every Mars transport carries a load of cobalt, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc, some of the rarer elements, tungsten, dysprosium.
Anything that might be worth hijacking?
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking, Detective. I think you should focus on that possibility. We recently discovered a remarkable stone at 963, one of our more remote Mars operations. You might have heard of it. It's been called the Brancusi stone.
Does it ring a bell? Farve?
Yes. Named after the 20th century minimalist sculptor Constantine Brancusi, whose work the stone resembles. Reputed to be the oldest artifact in the universe. An unprecedented archaeological find.
Well, I don't know about that, but it may contain the element 131. As you probably know, even a minuscule amount's worth a fortune, and this stone weighs in at nearly 2 tons. So rather than alert the universe, we sent it hidden in a general cargo shipment. The crew may have discovered it was on board and have been trying to steal it.
What are the chances the stone is 131?
Well, due to its extreme density in the area in which we found it, pretty good. But the sooner you can conclude this investigation, the sooner I can begin running some tests on it.
I can see this loss of life is really weighing on you. I'd like to speak to the survivors, please.
I don't know if you get much information from any of them.
This is Epps, the second in command?
That's right. She was in a comatose state when we found her, and she hasn't responded to any external stimuli.
Did she sustain any head injuries?
Nothing serious enough to cause this. Over here is Ingalls. We found him in his room, curled up on his bed with headphones on. Hello, Mr. Ingalls.
Morning.
This is Detective Hume and Detective Farve. They'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Go right ahead.
Mr. Ingalls, do you have any idea why the ship lost control?
No, I didn't even know we crashed until Jill told me.
Where were you during the crash?
I was in my room.
Doing what?
Nothing. Just dozing off. I wasn't on duty that day, and I was packing my things. I haven't been home in such a long time. I was anxious to get back.
3 of your shipmates were murdered. The captain had his heart cut out. Did you know that?
No. I didn't know that. I was concentrating on packing my things. I hadn't been home in such a long time. And I was anxious to get back.
Okay. Thank you.
Kaplan is over here. I had to sedate him earlier.
Kaplan and Captain Rogers were fighting for control of the ship prior to the crash.
We found him in with the stone.
King must die.
Mr. Kaplan?
Must die.
Can you hear me?
The king must die.
You mean Captain Rogers?
We drank his blood.
Whose blood? The captain's?
The king drank his blood and ate his flesh. Do not try and protect him, or you will die with him.
He's been this way since we arrived. Psychotic, aggressive. When we first found him, he was unconscious and covered in blood.
Covered in blood, his own?
Couldn't be. He had only minor injuries, a few cuts, abrasions.
Is there anything in his psych profile that would account for this behavior?
No. You imagine anything could?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Try to get a DNA scan to match the blood on Kaplan to either Rogers or the other dead crewman.
Okay. I'll give it a try and I'll let you know.
Thanks. So what? The crew kills the captain, then each other? Ship crashes. That makes sense to you?
Kaplan's account of the death of Captain Rogers is not consistent with a botched robbery attempt.
Mutiny, maybe. Captain dead, the crew breaks down.
I need some things from transport to run the tests you ordered.
Dr. Evans, we need to see the Brancusi stone.
The crew broke into the container to get at the stone. I've asked Air Safety to post a guard till we can get it out of here.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It would appear to be an artifact shaped for a purpose by an intelligence.
Well, that's just wishful thinking on the part of the scientists and the alien conspiracy freaks. They want it to be the great monolith, the gateway to the stars. But if you knew anything about geology, you'd know that under certain conditions, transuranic elements like 131 can form into quadrilateral configurations.
I disagree. The surface texture does not suggest a macroscopic iteration of molecular structure. I think it highly unlikely this is a naturally occurring form.
Farve.
Excuse me. Blood.
It's where they found the captain.
If you haven't already, would you take a sample back to the lab?
Still investigating?
Yeah, that's sort of what we do.
Well, look at the container. The men obviously ripped it apart with their bare hands. I spent half my life traveling around the Earth and Mars looking for minerals in every godforsaken place you can think of. I've seen this about 1,000 times before.
Seen what?
Well, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out. It's got to be one of two things, maybe both. Cabin fever, gold fever. Either these men have been isolated too long and have snapped, or they think they're sitting on a pile of loot. I've seen people tear each other apart for a few lousy ounces of precious metal. Never mind 131.
Well, we'll keep your theory in mind.
Well, you do that.
Where the hell is everybody? Tank class 345 to IPC control.
What are you doing, Airman? I gave the order to abandon ship.
We never got the call, sir.
That's impossible. We put out numerous calls over the monitors.
We were in Cargo Bay 4. A thermal scan would have revealed our presence.
We did a thermal scan. A transport left immediately before ours. I assumed you and your people were on that. The cargo ship may become unstable. I've received unconditional orders to...
I believe we are stranded. I believe I have gained access to the flight data recorder.
Cleared for final.
Estimated arrival, 12.32 minutes. Good, good. Steady as she goes. Kaplan, you're drifting 2 degrees to port. Let's get her back in the window. Yes, sir. Kaplan, pull up! What the hell are you doing? Epps, take it up.
We're too low, I can't.
Relieved of duty. Epps, I got the controls.
Oh no.
It would appear that your assumption of a mutiny by the crew is correct after all. This is the cargo hold.
Jeez.
No, I can't see any of the guys killing each other like that. I mean, we got along pretty good.
You didn't notice any tension on the trip? No one making threats against the captain?
No, nothing like that.
What about the stone?
Manifest said basic cargo. I didn't even know it was on the ship.
So there's stuff going on, people killing each other. You didn't hear any of it.
Why did you ignore the alarm, Mr. Ingalls?
Guess I got a little lost there for a while.
What do you mean by lost?
I was wearing my headphones to prepare for re-entry. And I was thinking about when I was growing up and this farm we lived on and my family. And then I was there. And it was beautiful. Green. Great. Almost too great, you know what I mean?
Well, what do you mean?
It was always good when I went back home. But it was never perfect. So I start thinking that maybe something really bad has happened. And I don't know what it is. And they're all trying to protect me. And I want to know what the bad thing was. I want to know if I was the bad thing.
What did you do then, Mr. Ingalls?
What? I tried to stop it. I tried to stop it. And then everything went sideways. And I blacked out. That must have been the crash.
How about Captain? Can we talk to him?
We can try.
Go.
You cannot forget. You cannot question the higher laws. We had no choice. We had to take the heart of the king. It was the same with the Tlatoani.
What's he talking about now?
Tlatoani. It's archaic, Central or South American.
You do not understand. Cannot question the higher laws. A sacrifice.
I'm putting him on
sacrifice. Take this offering. But save us, they said. Save us. Save us. Save us.
Us. Save us.
You gonna be okay?
Sure. No problem.
Be careful.
You guys come back?
No one from a rescue team showed up. No one from outside, did they?
No. And the radio has been silent.
Get yourself turned around, Hume?
Easy to do on a ship like this.
David. Are you all right?
I thought I saw someone in the corridor. It was Olivia. And Krochak.
Krochak, the head of Recall Sublimator Program.
I know it sounds crazy.
It's not crazy, David. It is just not possible. He is dead.
Just forget I said anything.
I've been looking through the personnel files. There would appear to be a connection between the background of some of the crew members and the killings on the ship.
Are you two gonna share your secrets with the rest of us?
I believe the killings may be the result of some kind of collective breakdown or shared delusional state among the crew.
Well, it happens. Once saw an entire mining colony, 100 people or more, mutiny, no apparent reason.
You sure have seen a lot of crap for a geologist, Machado.
Well, I know what a few rocks can make a man do, Detective. Believe me, I've seen it.
I'm thinking you don't know nothing.
It's sick bay.
Ingalls.
Save us. Please.
Radio is still dead.
Check sick bay again.
Dr. Evans?
Ingalls and Kaplan are heavily sedated, and there's no change in EPS.
Don't worry, I'll make sure nothing happens.
Look, since we're just killing time, why don't you pull up this personnel files?
These are the Minacon confidential employee status reports. David? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Nothing remarkable about Ingalls. Average academic record, considered a good employee, not rated for leadership qualities. Twice passed over for promotion because of run-ins with superiors.
Any incidents involving him and Rogers?
Nothing on record.
Try Kaplan.
Kaplan is somewhat more interesting. He wrote a paper on sacrifice to the Aztec rain god Tlaloc, but he seems to have blended into it the idea of regicide, the ritual killing of kings, not typically an Aztec custom.
So Ingalls, he's got an authority problem. Kaplan studies ritual killings, and ultimately Captain Rogers ends up with his heart ripped out.
Kaplan standing in for the king, the authority figure. Then Ingalls hears us questioning Kaplan, and Ingalls kills the air safety officer, the authority figure, in a similar way. Perhaps Kaplan was able to influence the other crewmen in the same manner.
All right, I'll give you that. But why? What makes it happen?
I do not know, David. Either it is an extreme example of the power of suggestion, or we must accept the presence of some kind of mysterious force on the ship, something probing the subconscious of everyone on board. Consider your own case. You no doubt miss Olivia. Krochak represents someone trying to take her from you.
I'm not under the influence of anything.
No, of course not. But you do seem tired, David. Perhaps you should go and rest.
I'm not tired. I'm gonna go check in on the doctor.
I will go with you.
I can make it down to sick bay on my own, okay?
David?
I'm fine.
couldn't wait.
This is not real. You're not real! This ain't happening. You hear me? This ain't happening! You're not real! What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Put the gun down.
You
put the gun down!
Now.
Put it down!
No, you first!
You should be in sickbay!
Yeah, right. I'm gonna sit and watch 3 guys in a coma while you steal the stone.
What are you talking about?
The Brancusi stone! Element 131? Don't screw with me, kid. I've been around a hell of a lot longer than you have. You were down there earlier. I saw you on the security cameras from the bridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a 2-ton rocket and put it on my back. I will walk out into a snowstorm. What are you talking about?
Don't play with me!
Listen, put it down! Put the gun down!
I don't mind blowing you away right now!
Put it down!
Put your weapons down now!
Gentlemen, I do not need to remind you that we are stranded in a hostile environment out of radio contact with little chance of rescue. We are working under an unusually high level of stress. We must work together. We must not let our emotions take over. Please.
Let's just back away.
David.
I saw her again.
It was not real, David.
I saw her and I saw Krochek. They were right here.
David, is it not possible that you thought you saw them, as the others were convinced of what they saw? Dr. Evans.
You know how many years I have traipsed through every hellhole on 2 planets? You know how many lucky bastards have stumbled onto fortunes while I've worked for every damn cent? Well, that is not gonna happen this time! No!
You okay?
I don't understand why this is happening.
You want to let her in on your theory?
I believe it has to do with the Brancusi stone. Delusions or hallucinations brought on by the emission of some form of psychotropic energy.
What Machado was doing to me was no hallucination.
No, but like the others, he was acting out a psychotic fantasy. Images from the subconscious, in his case, greed and paranoia, were pulled out into his perceived reality. There is also evidence that the effect can spread from the individual to other members of a group.
Like Kaplan's regicide obsession.
Yes, exactly. It created a sense of hysteria which spread to the others.
Oh my God. Is this gonna happen to us? We've got to get out of here.
Unfortunately, Dr. Evans, we can't get out of here. My immediate concern is that sooner or later, The rest of us may be affected, especially as it is night, a time when the subconscious is particularly susceptible.
So the real question is, how do we get through this until help arrives?
We can keep the others sedated, but what about us? I don't want what's happening to them to happen to me.
As a first step, I suggest we lock up the weapons.
That's a good idea, so we don't harm each other.
David, I will need yours as well.
Forget it.
As a precaution.
Not giving up my weapon.
I can't force you.
No, you can't. I'm gonna get some air. Still nothing.
Your partner seems serious about the guns.
He's just taking precautions. Of all of us, he'll probably be the one that won't be affected by whatever's happening.
We've all been affected. It's likely that he will be too.
He's had some special training. He doesn't quite function like everyone else.
But you trust him?
Yeah, I do.
I guess being a cop, you have to trust your partner with your life.
Sometimes, yeah.
Can you talk to him? I mean, like you would with a friend?
Like a friend. Sometimes, and there's times that he wouldn't understand, or he couldn't
understand. Right.
I think we should stick together. It is important that we look out for one another and are careful not to manifest our inner desires.
Wait. What are you talking about? How do you know what I feel?
I brought you a sedative. One for each of you. I believe that once sedated, your subconscious will no longer produce the manifestations. I recommend that you and Dr. Evans allow me to administer them now.
A sedative, you want to put us out now? No.
What is that?
What was what?
Oh my God. It's them.
Who?
Kaplan and Ingalls. They're coming for us. It's Kaplan and Ingalls. They're coming.
Dr. Evans, Ingalls, and Kaplan and the others are sedated, under restraint in the sickbay.
No. No, they're right outside.
They are not. I assure you, they are where we left them. is with the others.
How do you explain that?
I cannot explain what does not exist, David. We are alone here, you and Dr. Evans and I.
Don't stop them. Oh my God. Do something. Don't let them in. Do something.
Dr. Evans.
I'm not going down without a fight.
David? Okay. Put the gun away. If you fire in this small space, someone will be injured or the ship will be damaged. If you pierce the hull, the storm will enter and people will die.
You tell me you don't see that? You don't hear that? Turn around!
There is nothing to see, David. There is nothing to hear.
I'm not giving up.
This is what happened to the others. They gave into the madness. David, listen to me.
Get out of my way!
Get out of my way.
Listen to me, David.
Get out of my way! Get out of the way!
I promise you, Machado and the others are not real. They're an illusion. Like Olivia. Like Krochek. I promise you. Trust me.
This is Air Safety Command. There's a break in the storm. We're coming in. Everyone all right down there?
Everything is fine, thank you.
For a while there, I really didn't think we were gonna make it. All the fears and everything.
The arrangements are complete. The Brancusi stone will be sealed off by android workers unaffected by its emanations and placed under maximum control conditions.
I'm just glad to be going home. Thank you. Lucky for us, you didn't have a subconscious to deal with. I gotta go.
Goodbye, Dr. Evans.
Good luck. Long night.
Yes, it was.
Stuff got turned around back there. If I said some things, I didn't mean it, okay?
Okay, David.
Hi. Hey. How you doing?
I'm better now.
Did you miss me?
I did.